You know I don't do sports. You know I don't do football, so I wasn't watching the game. But listen, I think today Donald Trump is going to sign an executive order banning black people from halftime.
I know how much you love watching The View. I know. It's the best, isn't it? But yesterday, Ana Navarro on The View probably took it one step even further than she usually does with the crazy, with the insane, with the rude, offensive, insulting language to you. Yesterday, in their post-Super Bowl wrap-up, they decided, well, I'll let you watch. I can't even formulate the words. Take a look.
You know I don't do sports. You know I don't do football, so I wasn't watching the game. But listen, I think today Donald Trump is going to sign an executive order banning black people from halftime. Because you remember last week we were talking about whether the NFL was capitulating to Trump by removing the term end racism from the end zone. Yeah. Boy, did they not capitulate to Trump. When I saw Samuel L. Jackson dressed as a black Uncle Sam introducing Kendrick Lamar, who then had like an entire formation of all black people making a U.S. flag. Listen, this much I know. All the black people on my feed were like, ooh, this is blackity black black. And all the racists who somehow get in, man, were they hopping mad. So if the racists are mad, I am happy as a clam.
I am so confused. I don't know. The proctologist's view of America that these women on this show possess every single day, it absolutely dumbfounds me, if I may. When I saw Samuel L. Jackson dressed as Uncle Sam, I thought it was great. It's cool. I liked it, right? When I saw the first image of all of the backup dancers and crew for Kendrick Lamar forming the American flag, I thought that was fabulous. Let's go. And then the awful music started. Then the incoherent lyrics started. Then I don't know what it was. It was a bad show with, I'm told, like 8 different songs on the playlist that all sounded sort of distorted and the same. I couldn't make out any of the lyrics until the very end when Kendrick Lamar wisely told me to turn off the TV. Anybody who had a problem with the halftime show at the Super Bowl, it really had nothing to do with race, darling. It had to do with bad music and a bad performance. What am I missing here? You know, last year it was Usher that performed, right? And he was great. And I hate to tell you, Anna, he's blackity black black. But we all loved it. Every single person that she's claiming is, racist because they didn't like the Super Bowl halftime show, they were also probably posting on their social media feed their favorite rendition of the Star Spangled Banner at a Super Bowl, which was Whitney Houston, who is, say it with me, blackity black black. The problem here is America is not racist, and so they have to come up with these things to invent racial rage in some way. And these privileged women who make way too much money to sit and give really stupid opinions, what does that even mean? Donald Trump's going to sign an executive order prohibiting blacks at a halftime show? I mean, it's not even funny. It doesn't make sense. It's illogical and stupid. It's, what's the word I'm looking for? Ana Navarro. That's what it is. It's Ana Navarro. But this is what they do. I'll let this finish up, and then we've got more, because then Sunny Hostin gets to join in.
Huge celebration of New Orleans, and you can't celebrate New Orleans without celebrating black culture. Yeah. Welcome to Black History Month, you all.
So, Anna, thank you, Newsbusters, for the clip. Ana Navarro, who is, I don't know what to tell you. She's a fake Republican who continues to identify herself as a Republican political consultant. Can you please find me one Republican in the last 2 decades that actually ever hired her as a consultant and paid her to advise their campaign? I think maybe Jeb Bush in Florida had her as a consultant when he was running for governor, but I don't think she got paid. I'd love to know. Please educate me, Anna. Send me your CV. But yeah, you keep being a Republican strategist. Fake Republican strategist Ana Navarro has to come up with fake racism to foment fake race rage and claim that President Trump is going to sign an executive order banning blacks from the halftime show. Now, normally that would be the end of this because we're just talking about some sort of daytime talk show a la Oprah Winfrey, or we're talking about some sort of late night comedy show a la Jimmy Kimmel or Stephen Colbert or Saturday Night Live. And who cares? It's just entertainment, right? It's just daytime television. See, but here's the problem. What you just saw from Ana Navarro, employee of ABC News, delivering information to an audience of an ABC News show that Donald Trump's going to sign an executive order prohibiting blacks at halftime. Yeah, that's a news show. That's what you just saw. You didn't see Jimmy Kimmel. You didn't see Saturday Night Live. You didn't see Oprah and some sort of daytime talk entertainment show. The View is an ABC News program. It's part of the ABC News umbrella. Ana Navarro, like her or not, is actually a colleague of David Muir and George Stephanopoulos. They both, all three, work in the ABC News division. That segment was a segment of ABC News product. You know, ABC News, the same group that just got sued and settled a defamation suit with Donald Trump for $15 million because George Stephanopoulos lied on air multiple times about him. That ABC News. Disney owned ABC News. That was news. I wonder if ABC News is actually going to say something about their employee lying to their audience like that. Oh, sure, it was a joke, which is fine for ABC Entertainment, but not so fine for ABC News, I wouldn't think.
I agree with Ana. I mean, with all these attacks on diversity, all these attacks on African Americans, it was so nice to see Black excellence and joy in front of the sitting president who decided for the first time to go to the Super Bowl. New Orleans.
I don't think he's ever going back.
I don't think he's going back. New Orleans, of course, is a predominantly Black city, very close to my heart, 55% Black. Then you have Kendrick.
New Orleans is 55% Black, which, by the way, I think is more Black than Sunny Hostin is. Sorry, just saying. Also, Sunny Hostin, by the way, is the ancestor of slave owners. So I'm not going to sit back and have her lecture me about racism in America. Also, this myopic, as I said, proctologist view of America that these women hold, that they say, oh, it was so nice to see diversity and Black excellence. But what they're pointing at is this incomprehensible, unwatchable halftime show, which was not diverse. It was all Black. And it wasn't excellence. It was mediocrity. No. There was diversity during the Super Bowl television broadcast, and there was Black excellence. But they can't even find that. They claim that's what they're looking for, but maybe it's me. The perfect example of diversity and Black excellence was the Super Bowl game itself. Diversity, you had people of all races playing a game at the highest level, and it didn't matter what race they were. What mattered was how good they were and how dedicated they were and how focused they were and how well they worked as a team. The Philadelphia Eagles, where the two best moments of the game were the Black quarterback, Jalen Hurts, kicking butt and winning the MVP and winning the game for his team. And then on the defensive side of the game, you had a white cornerback with an amazing pick six, first time in Super Bowl history, in a position where I'm told only Black players can play, right? And I don't care about race. The point I'm making is that's diversity, that's excellence, and they don't care about that, the actual game. They don't care about the actual performance of these athletes. All they care about is a mediocre all-Black rap performance that, objectively speaking, most people hated. But they've decided in some way to make a political statement out of it. So you go, Sunny Hostin. Go ahead with your mostly white self. Go ahead.
Kendrick Lamar. A lot of people said they didn't understand his performance. Guys, he's a an award-winning, a Pulitzer Prize-winning musician and poet. Okay, so it was a many-layered performance. You've got Serena Williams crip walking. What I also really enjoyed about Kendrick's performance is it was performance art. If you really looked at it, it was multi-layered. Yes, he had people dressed in red, white, and blue, the colors of the flag, but he also had those people. He was standing in front of them because he's explaining that this is a divided country at this point. He also has them leaning to the side because this country was built on the backs of Black people.
Wow. No wonder I hated it. Guys, it's the halftime show of the Super Bowl. Maybe we can get a really popular performer performing live some of their best tunes or songs that everybody loves and everybody enjoys, and we can be entertained while the teams rest in the locker rooms. Yeah, we could do that. Or hear me out. How about we do performance art? How about we do performance art signifying the struggle of African Americans shot through the lens of the 1619 Project? How about that instead? And you know what? The best art in the world. I've said this 1,000 times. Everybody knows this. The best art in the world has to be explained the day after by a middle-aged rich woman on a daytime talk show. You know, if you didn't get it while you were watching it in real time, if you didn't really understand all of the subtext, then it's real art. If you have to tune in the next day and have this woman explain to you all of the nuanced imagery that you saw and what it really meant, boy, then you're talking real art, my friends. Art for the masses, by the way. They're trying to talk this show up. They're trying to tell you why it was so great. And they have to call it performance. I wasn't really a concert. It was performance art. Oh, okay. Well, I hate it even more now. Thanks. Then it was Whoopi Goldberg's turn.
Here's the thing. The Super Bowl is the Super Bowl. It's an American sport.
Yep.
And we got players of all colors playing this game. So the next time anyone decides that someone isn't good enough, that they shouldn't be, this is what decides if you're good enough. If you made it, you were good enough. Now, winners and losers, we will always have. But there is nothing to say that any one of us can't play. We're all invited to this game. We'll be right back.
Wait, of course. I mean, that's obvious on the face of it. But what she just said is not actually a political or racial argument in some way. And it's certainly, if I'm reading this right, not an argument for DEI. See, they tried to shoot this entire show and the Super Bowl itself through the lens of DEI. Like, see, this is why we need DEI. No, actually, Whoopi Goldberg just reaffirmed the fact D and I is fine. Absolutely. If I'm running a football team, I want diversity and inclusion, but I don't want anything to do with equity, right? Listen, I want to tell my player personnel people and my coaches, if you exclude somebody because of the color of their skin, even though they're excellent and great at what they do, you're fired. All right. We are an inclusive team here. We include everybody. We're a diverse team here. We want as diverse a team as possible. As long as we're including diverse individuals, they all have one thing in common. They're the best at what they do, and they're going to win me a championship. It's the opposite of DEI, pal. And I don't think Whoopi's smart enough to understand that. I think she thinks she just made a great point on behalf of DEI. All right. And then if you tuned in today to The View, they continued, actually. They can't let it go.
I mean, of course, I agree with everyone. I didn't realize racism was okay. I've often said I've never met a racist that says, hi, I'm a racist. Now I have met a racist that says, hi, I'm a racist. But I will say this. I'm so tired of this notion that a white man doing something like this at age 25 is a kid doing it. Because your frontal lobe is fully developed at 25. You are a graduate of Rutgers University. You're an engineer. You have had several positions, jobs with Elon Musk. you are not a kid, you are a man. And so this notion that, oh, well, he made childish and mistakes and it shouldn't ruin his life because he's just a kid. Really, there's a juxtaposition which how they do treat Black boys. Black kids are often, treated as adults when they actually are children. So I really, really noticed that. And the other thing I'll say is, the engineering dog team under Elon Musk, the doggy team. The oldest person is 25. They range in age from 19 to 25.
Yeah.
And they are the ones that have the access to our most serious, sensitive information, and they have no real work experience. What happened to meritocracy? What happened to that?
They don't have a lot of life experience.
No, but
They
I'm
don't have
actually
life
fine with
experience.
25-year-old engineers if they're qualified as engineers. But then to Sunny's point, you don't get to say, oh, but he's a kid when he does something stupid. Either you are a savant engineer and you're going to take responsibility when you do things wrong, or you have no business being in the job.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, and thanks again, Newsbusters. That was actually from yesterday as well. That was obviously their commentary on this one Doge employee. I can't remember. Is it Big Balls or is it another Doge employee? I don't know. It could be both. Who was temporarily fired for saying inappropriate things on social media many, many years ago, and then was rehired. And so forgive me, but the point is they're still race obsessed there, right? And everything has to be a racial discussion because, well, Sunny Hostin and Whoopi Goldberg are there, and they like to make everything about race. That was still yesterday's conversation. I apologize. But the point is this really smart summation there by Alyssa Farah, super smart, where she said, listen, you can't have it both ways. You're either a real smart 25-year-old savant or you're a kid and you do stupid things, but it's got to be one or the other. No, actually, it can, in fact, be both at the same time. First of all, the things this person said on social media were many years ago, so they weren't actually where they are in their life story right now, but that's regardless of the point. The fact of the matter is you can be great at your job, the job that you're hired to do, yet at the same time say stupid things and do stupid things because of your youth and inexperience. Of course, both can be true. But I love that that's in some way accepted as a really wise observation at The View. Oh, you're so right. You can't have it both ways. It's got to be one or the other. No. In fact, the wise and intellectual perspective on this sort of thing is you can be a really great programmer. You can be really great at what you do in the job that I hired you. Yet in your personal life, you can say really stupid things and do really stupid things. And David points out an obvious truth to this entire thing, that these women right here are the perfect example of that. Because Joy Behar, I believe, is 97 years old. And she's as dumb as a box of rocks. All right, here's today's contribution to the beauty of The View.
I mean, it's really so, and he's jealous of everyone. Now he's getting rid of the penny. He's even jealous of Lincoln.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, he's so small, so petty.
He's small and petty. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Is that really supposed to be funny or in some way a wise observation? Trump has announced that he wants to get rid of the penny because, it cost almost 3 cents to mint a penny. And Joy Behar, again, an ABC News employee, informs the viewers of an ABC News program that Trump's doing it because he's jealous of Lincoln. Oh, what does CNN always like to say? She said without evidence. Yeah, I'm not sure this is because Trump is jealous of Lincoln. In fact, didn't Barack Obama propose the idea of ending the penny? In fact, there have been multiple presidents who have looked at this and recognized that it doesn't make any economic sense for us to continue to mint pennies. But no. We're The View. We've only got an hour, and we've got to spend 98% of it attacking Donald Trump, even for things that he doesn't deserve to be attacked for, because it's all they've got. That's okay. We'll just continue talking about it. When they're stupid, it actually makes us a lot smarter. Have you seen the news from certain economists right now? They're forecasting a depression, not a recession, a depression by 2030. We're in this perfect storm right now where Social Security and Medicare hit a breaking point, with the largest generation hitting retirement all at the same time, plus a smaller workforce, meaning a smaller tax base to fund those programs. And then, of course, we've got our growing national debt, rising cost of living. It's the perfect storm. That's why these predictions are coming in. Now, There's a lot that's out of your control, but what can you do? Well, you can do whatever you can to secure your own family's future. Gold can be a safe haven in hard economic times, and Birch Gold makes it easy to diversify a portion of your savings into physical gold. You can transition an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in physical gold, and it doesn't cost you a penny out of pocket. So protect your future today. Text Larry, that's my name, Larry, to 989898. Get your free info kit on gold, and you'll get a copy of The Ultimate Guide for Gold in the Trump Era with a foreword by Donald Trump Jr. No obligation, only information. We love information. You deserve to get this information. It's free. Why not get it? Text my name, Larry, to the number 989898. Do that today.